Hey everyone, I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I had actually recorded this a few days ago, but again, it was actually, it disappeared. It was taken off. And there is something really funny going on with that, and it's not just me that is experiencing this, it's other people as well. But this is something that I'll talk about a little bit later. But I've been getting pushed to re-record this. It's like my guides and my higher self are telling me, we don't give you these downloads for no reason. You got to go out there and share. So yeah, here I am. But really, what I wanted to talk to you guys about was, this sacred sexual energy between twin flames. Now, I know that this is something that I haven't really talked about much. Because this is, it is very personal and deeply intimate. However, for twin flames, it is one of our primary energies. It is a very powerful energy. It has the ability to heal. It has the ability to create and transmute. It has the ability to shape and shift consciousness and to manipulate timelines and time. All within good intent, of course, but it is a very powerful energy. Now, before I get into it though, if you guys have not watched Twin Flame Trinity's latest videos, please do so, because she does talk about this, I believe, in her last two videos. And also, too, she was the first one that actually received this download. And it's so funny because it's almost like she received part A of the download and I received part B of it. And it's also so interesting because with Elle, every time we talk to each other, our experiences and downloads always have some sort of correlation. It has its reasons, obviously. But yeah, it's so funny how this played out. So yeah, go definitely watch her videos. And so anyway, a few weeks ago, Elle had mentioned that she had been experiencing and also receiving the download that, there was an increase in sacred sexual energy between twin flames, and it was it was intensifying, and it was also serving as a form of protection. Now, I really resonated with that because at that time, I was noticing that there was a shift, something different in the sacred sexual energy in my union. And it was triggering some things to come up. Now, I also want to mention that this sacred sexual energy is not the sexual energy that we've known at this level. It is not that old, basic, humanistic sexual energy that is in need of satisfaction, or that has a desire to act on it. It's nothing like that. It's not animalistic. It is very sacred. It is deep. It is personal. It is raw, and it's sacred. I mean, it's a frequency. It definitely is a very high level frequency. And so, whenever I would feel this sacred sexual energy come over me from my twin, I started to notice that it was triggering the remembrance of who we've been to one another, and how long we've been connected. And it was really activating that memory within me from way back when we were created, way back, going back to our first creation. So you can just imagine how profound and how deep that is. It's very, again, very, very powerful. And so I was noticing this, the remembrance of who we've been to one another, and it was just so amazing. So I really resonated with that. But I asked her, I said, well, how is it serving as protection? And she told me a lot of stuff, which, made a lot of sense, of course. However, I knew that there was something else to it. Intuitively, I just knew that there was something else going on here. But one of the things that Elle mentions is that, this sacred sexual energy is also serving as a form of, it's serving as an activator. And it definitely is, because, see, what's going on right now, guys, is that our twins are really sensing this sacred sexual energy right now. And, again, it's not that, it's not just about the need and the desire to be with us, or it's not that sexual desire to want to be with other people. It's nothing like that. This is a sacred sexual energy that is within them, that is really causing that deep desire, that yearning to want to be with their counterparts, which is us. It is that that desire to want to come home, because we are their home. We are home. And so they want that. They yearn for that. They yearn for that deep merge, that soul and physical merge with their true destiny, with their true love. They are longing for that experience, that they want to intertwine with their true match, which is us, of course. And so that's what is going on. And it's like this magnetic pull, which is very powerful. It's consuming. And if you felt sacred sexual energy come over you, it's very consuming. And this is what they are experiencing. And because it is so powerful, that it is serving as an activator, because it's like they are connecting dots. When they feel this sacred sexual energy come over them, which is also, of course, our higher selves, it is connecting the dots within them. And so, they are downloads. And those downloads turn into epiphanies, which in turn is an activation. So it definitely is, activating that remembrance of who we are to each other, of who we've been. It is serving as an activator to remember why they are here and who we've been. It is activating that memory of who we are to them. And so it is very powerful. And again, is this magnetic pull, this longing and this yearning. It's almost like, for those of you who are awakened, which is the majority of you, of course, but before we even knew that we were twin flames, growing up, we always had that, most of us had that knowing that we were connected to someone. We just didn't know who, but we knew that we were connected to somebody, and we had that yearning, that longing to come home to them. This is exactly what they are experiencing right now. They don't know, why they are feeling this way, or how, or what it is yet. However, they do suspect it, especially if you've met your twin in the physical, or if you have history with your twin. They are definitely suspecting something, because they are feeling you, not only in the dream plane and in dream time, but even too while they are daydreaming, also too even consciously, and again, they don't even know why they're feeling this way. But energy doesn't lie. Energy does not lie. And it is a very real thing that they are experiencing. So yes, absolutely. It is definitely serving as an activator. So anyway, this leads us to my part of the download, which, I saw very vividly. And not only did I see it, but I also heard it. What I was shown is that at this level, in these human bodies, we have our 7 chakras, and it's as humans, we have our throats connected to our sacral, But for twin flames, not only do we have our throats connected to the sacral, but we also have our hearts connected to our sacral. And I saw the stream of light going from the heart to the sacral, and this is something that twin flames have permanently across all time and space and dimensions. So whether we incarnate in human form, in our angelic form in the higher realms, whether we incarnate on other galaxies or star systems, anywhere we go, twin flames automatically and permanently have this connection already made. And I know you guys are going to ask, well, hey, what about other light workers and other divine beings? And what I was shown is that other divine beings and their light workers and soulmates, a lot of them do have the heart connected to the sacral. However, this is something that happens after they become activated, or after they experience a kundalini rising. This connection is made. So yes, absolutely, they do have that connection. However, for twin flames, this is something that we are already equipped with from the beginning, from the start of our incarnation until the end. This is something that we are born with. We are already equipped with that connection in place. And there are many reasons for that, which I'll talk a little bit later. But to be honest with you guys, not a lot of people at this level right now have their hearts connected to their sacral, unfortunately. But this is what we are trying to present. We are trying to, deliver and introduce this template to the rest of the planet so that everybody else will also, too, get to experience that sacred energy, so that they are able to also use this creative energy, accordingly in their own way, of course. But this is what we are trying to introduce. And really, this is our role as twin flames, is to, create the love and make the love. This is our mission across all time and space, no matter if we incarnate on Gaia, if we incarnate in Orion or Andromeda or the Pleiades, as twin flames. This is what we do. We are creators of love. So yeah, and this is why, this is one of the reasons why our hearts are permanently connected to our sacral across all time and space and locations. It's something that is always in place. Now, a lot of people don't have that connection made because, sexual energy has been degraded. It's really lost its value. It's lost its sacredness. The energy has been distorted over time, really since the fall of man. And so, again, this is the template that we are also delivering at this time. And so yeah, and after I received this vision and this download, I mean, it blew me away, because right away I remembered what Elle said about it serving as a form of protection, because I thought, wait a minute, love and the heart is the strongest, most powerful form of protection. It is the ultimate, the most powerful, and the most it's the strongest form of protection, period, is a love. It's the heart. And being that we are connected from the heart to our sacral, it's no wonder why it's serving as protection, because we are connected in this way. Not only are we connected in this way, but we are also merged with our twins. So anytime, we feel this sacred sexual energy come over us from our twin, that is the protection. We are being protection. There is this undercurrent of protective energy that is always there from one to another, aside from, shielding and picturing this blue auric shield around us. We have this protection permanently put in place. Now, this blew me away. It was extremely emotional because, this is genius, and I wouldn't have ever thought of that. So, as you can see, we have a very intelligent and powerful God, source creator, of course, and he was probably thinking, he or she, because I know a lot of people say, oh, it's also a she, but I refer to God as he, so so anyway, but he was probably thinking to himself, you know what, I am going to create twin flames, and they are never to lose track of each other energetically. They are never to lose one another. So I am going to connect them. I'm going to connect their hearts to their sacral and merge them so that they never lose energetic touch of one another. And so they always are protecting one another forever, no matter where they go. And what better way to do that? What better way to bond us forevermore other than this way? It's completely genius, and it blows my mind because, being connected from our hearts to our sacral, and also being merged with our twins, and being connected right into the root of our hearts where the love is created. There's just no better way. And this is why this energy, this bond with our twins is so meaningful and very, very powerful. So this is also too why we always feel our twins. So, whether it wouldn't even matter. We could be in Texas or New York, and our twins could be in China or Japan, or, it doesn't matter. One can be in spirit and the other one could be incarnated. That connection always remains. And this is what connects us. And this is why twins have that connection permanently made and equipped this way, because this is what bonds us together. This is what protects us from many things, is that very powerful energy that is rooted and stemmed from our hearts. And it has to be permanently there because we are twins. We are never to lose, energetic sight of one another. So it has to be there permanently. And being that we are connected in this way, this is a bond that will never, ever be severed. Ever. And it, it is what it is. It's quite a beautiful thing. And unless you are a twin flame, you know exactly what I'm referring to. But anyway, so also too, guys, this is it just takes my breath away. But anyway, so this is another reason as to, why it feels like, we feel everything that our twin is doing. And also too, if you guys have heard about this or read about this, where, there is actually twins who, let's just say hypothetically speaking that our twins are out, being intimate with someone else outside of the union. Let's just say they become intimate with someone who is out of contract, out of soul contract. This is why we feel it, and this is why it feels like so much pain. It actually feels like a stab in the heart. It feels like it's burning. And it's because, our hearts are connected to our sacrals, and we are merged with them. And, that means that their heart is out of alignment. They are not giving that to us. It means that, if they are being intimate with someone else who is out of contract, they are out of alignment, it's not their harmonic resonance. It's not their harmonic tune. And when our twins are out of alignment, we are out of alignment. So this is why it hurts, and this is why we feel it. And this is something that I do not wish on any twin flame. And if you ever did experience this, you know exactly what I'm referring to. And I'm really sorry you had to go through that. And but I have heard it is very, very painful. And also too, what's interesting about this is if our twins are actually in a karmic relationship that is in their soul contract, you may not even experience it, or it may not even hurt as much or bother you, because we know that this was part of the journey. So there are certain exceptions for it. But also too, if you guys have noticed this, if you are in tune with your body and with your energy, if you guys have noticed that anytime our twins hurt our feelings, or anytime, we are hurt about something, not only do we feel it in our hearts, we also feel it in our sacral. Hold on a second. Sorry about that, guys. I was interrupted momentarily. But anyway, so anytime we feel any pain, if you are in tune, you will also feel it in your sacral. It's interesting to know that we have that connection made. Also too, this sacred sexual energy is very powerful, especially, we'll see, the thing about this is that our higher selves with our twins, they are always in the etheric, making love, creating this third energy, day in and day out. It's something that, they are always up to. And, most of the time, or a lot of times, we will feel that residual energy that will be felt from us at this level. So we will either feel, tingling, we will feel like we are being caressed, our hair is being touched, our leg, something. We will feel some sort of residual energy from that. And it's just so interesting how, our higher selves are always, creating that energy, and they're always intertwining. Now, when twins come together in the physical, and they, create this third energy physically, and they merge physically, this is really powerful because, our chakras rotate counterclockwise. So when we are together with our twins, facing one another, it doesn't matter what position we're in, if we're laying down, or, what is going on, we create that infinity symbol. So just imagine our, chakras being fully aligned, rotating properly, our energy, our Merkabas, spinning appropriately, and being together, in the moment. It is extremely powerful, and we have, again, that energy from source coming in through our chakras down to the bottom of our root and into the heart of the planet, into the heart of Gaia. So we are literally, when we do this, we are literally giving life to the planet on our grid. So can you just imagine how powerful that is when you are completely aligned, completely harmonized? It is very, very powerful. And the good thing about twin flames, though, is that we can also experience the sensations while we are in meditation with our twin, and just picture giving all that love to your twin. We are also able to feel these profound sensations. And something that I mentioned in the last video was that when it comes to sacred sexual energy and really making love with your twin, either in the physical or in meditation, we don't only experience the sensations in our sacral, we also feel it in the heart. So it becomes a full body experience where we also feel the heartgasms. Now, this is extremely powerful because, and again, not everybody experiences a full body experience where you also feel that energy being, being beamed out and being shot from the heart. A lot of people don't experience that because, again, they're not connected from the heart to the sacral. Most people make this connection after an awakening or after, having a Kundalini rising. But for us twins, this is something that we always feel once we, all the time, really. So it is quite powerful. And while we are in that moment, experiencing that sacred energy, if we use our intent consciously, we are able to create anything we want. We are able to heal ourselves any way we want. We are able to get rid of disease and ailments and just so many different things once we consciously create and intend whatever it is that we are trying to create. This energy is extremely, extremely powerful. This is why for ages and ages, this is an energy that has been really craved by, let's just say, the dark beings, or just dark energy, whoever those beings are. I can't name them all, but this is something that the other side has really wanted to replicate, because there is sacred atoms in this energy. It's completely powerful. It's able to create and transmute. It's able to shape and shift consciousness and timelines and just all of these different things. But the thing about this is that for anybody who is not divine, the truth is they will never be able to experience this sacred energy ever. They will never be able to create this third energy at all, ever. And there are many people out there who try to replicate it by practicing tantric sex, mixing different liquids and fluids. They want to make all of these formulas just to be able to reach and experience a bit of that energy. And they try and it just cannot. They cannot acquire it. And this is why this energy is so valuable, because of the the power that it holds. It's creative energy. It's source energy, and so you can just imagine how powerful that is. So this is something that we can experience again in meditation with our twins. And this is something that we should be doing, is just focusing, or not focusing, but really meditating at least, a few nights throughout the week, is just being in meditation with your twin, because this is not only you feeling them, but this is also what allows them to feel you, because your focus and your attention is on them, and they will be able to pick up on that. They do. But anyway, this is something that I really want to talk about more, because it is so interesting, how all of this works. Something else too that I wanted to talk about really quickly was, I know a lot of you, a lot of twins actually, feel bad at some point, because they feel like they lose interest in dating other people after they meet their twin. The interest is gone. They don't really want to date anybody, and they feel bad. And I'm there with you guys. I've experienced that same thing too. But I just want to tell you that if you are a twin and you don't want to date outside of the union, that is perfectly okay. That's fine. It doesn't matter what people say or think about you. You're not here for anybody else. You are here for you. okay? And this is completely normal. Now, I will say that every union is different. Every union has its own mission as a couple, as a unit. And yes, there are souls, there are unions that, you know what, they chose to be celibate. They chose to be loyal to one another during separation, during the healing process. That is something that their soul chose to do, and that is perfectly okay. And then, there are also those other, twin flames who are real twin flames, but, they chose to date outside of the union, and they actually have soul contracts with other people. And believe it or not, there are also some twin flames that choose not to be together. That is part of their mission. A lot of them get misled, and you know what, they throw in the towel, and it's really ultimately up to them, right? But if you are feeling compelled to stick to your truth and hold that space for your twin, that is absolutely okay. See, another thing that is going on right now is that we are on an ascension cycle right now. So what happens is, especially to those of us that are, doing the work and who are ascending, and accelerating, what happens is, our bodies, our light bodies are expanding. We literally have current in our bodies, from head to toe, and our light body is expanding. So in comparison to an average human who is maybe not ascending yet, or who hasn't been activated, or who is ascending at a slower pace than you are, or than we are, the vibratory match and the frequency is not compatible. So what will happen is that if us, as the light beings, if we were to ever get intimate with someone else, we are risking burning them out. I know it's funny, but we really are risking burning them out. I mean, they would be completely zapped in a matter of a minute or two, because they couldn't handle the not only the frequency, but the current, the light exchange. It's too much for them. It's way too much, and either they will get burnt out, or they will get extremely frightened. So at this point, if you are one of those that has tried to date, and something always happens, if you do end up going out with somebody, and then at the end of the night you try something and it just does not work out, or you try dating someone for a few weeks or whatever and nothing happens, a lot of the times it is also, your own higher self, our own higher selves are protecting them from, our from our light and from our frequency. So don't take it personal. This is something that I used to look into so much. My higher self has always been overprotective of me. My twin's higher self has always been overprotective of me, and I didn't know what to do anymore. I kept blaming myself, but then I realized, after I awakened and as my consciousness expanded, that it's not me. This is an energetic thing. It's a frequency. It's a vibratory thing. We cannot, just pick someone out of the crowd, or pick someone who we have a crush on or really like anymore. Even out, and this goes for our twins too. They cannot do that anymore, where they just pick someone and decide to be intimate with them, because of the acceleration in our bodies, in our energy. There's just no way. There's no way. It has to be a vibratory match at this point. And what will happen too, if you are one of those twins that does have a contract with someone else out of the union, or if you are at that point where you are desiring to, go out and date or go out and meet someone else, the God and the universe, the divine, will send you someone who is at your level, who is able to handle the light in you and your frequency, somebody who is compatible. So yeah, don't feel bad about that. And oh my goodness, I am already at 35 minutes. I didn't know I had been talking this much. But anyway, this is all I've got for you for today, guys. Be good, stay safe out there. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment or send me an email. I'm getting around to answering emails right now. So yeah, also too, if you'd like a session with me, feel free to contact me at sonnet1117@gmail.com. And yeah, I love all of you, and hang in there, stay safe, have a great day. Bye everybody.